Maps for wireframe hats. When I create a wireframe project, I like to draw out a wire map. So what you see here, this shows an image of the research photograph of a tiara. And if you see the black line here drawn out in Sharpie, that is the wire map that we used. This is actual size, how big we want the crown to be, to bend this wireframe on the flat, and then we shaped it round so that it fits on the head. If you look at that, this has been wrapped in a metallic braid. There is some of it unwrapped on the end here, called Hercules braid. It comes in gold and silver, probably copper too, I don't know, but I've only seen it in gold and silver. This is a good way to wrap your wireframe with something metallic that will then be shiny with rhinestones and so forth attached to it. I decided to make a teaching sample of this tiara. First, I'd like to show you my wire map that I came up with. I took a Xerox copy of the photograph out of the tiaras book that I found the original in. And you can see here I've drawn out what I believe are my wire lines for half of the tiara. And then here you see the beginning of that tiara being constructed. So I used my wire map to bend the foundation frame and do all of my joins and stuff. And then I've begun to attach these leaves, which are polymer clay made in a push mold, to approximate these original adornments which were carved out of amber and glass. I draw out wire maps like these for all of my projects. Here is an example of a complicated wire map that I drew to support a brim of a type of hat called a lingerie hat, which is typically made out of lace and chiffon and transparent, lightweight fabrics. It's mounted on a wire frame so that the light can shine through the hat and you can't tell what the foundation really is in there. If you look at how this map is laid out, there are 4 different pieces of wire that have to be bent together to form this hat. And structurally, as I was looking at it, I was concerned about the fact that it comes in very close at the center front and center back, but it extends out quite wide to either side and longer to the right than to the left. So I knew I would have to have more supports in there than just a wire around the head size opening and a wire around the edge of the brim. There are 4 different doodles that I did of ways that I thought the wire map could go. I wound up deciding that the one to the farthest right would be the most stable and have the sleekest finished look. Let's go back to the map. Every piece of wire is outlined in a different magic marker color. The head size opening oval is in black. Then we have the exterior brim edge is in green. The support struts that come out here are in orange. And the most complicated piece is this blue one, up, across, back, along, all the way out, across the back, back in, across, up, around, and ends there. I have these abutting where other joins and overlaps end, just to keep the frame from looking lumpy in places. In making this hat, I would measure off 4 pieces of wire and bend them into these shapes, then use tie wire, probably wrapping this frame in strips of tulle to sew my fashion fabric to. That's all for this video. If you found it helpful, give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for notifications of future uploads and live streams. Bye, hat lovers. Thanks for watching my content.